Good afternoon, everyone. Please rise for the school song. $315 million. That is the number of students India has. Imagine the brain power we can harness if we channel their ideas, inquisitiveness, and curiosity in the right direction. A very warm welcome to everyone present here today. I, Navya Shetty, school captain of Srimati Sulochana Devi Singhania School, take great pleasure in inviting all of you to the first online science exhibition of this magnificent institution. Welcome to Anweshan 2020. I would like to take this opportunity to invite and extend a warm welcome to our chief guest, Mr. M.S. Raghavan. I would also like to welcome our respected Principal Madam, Mrs. Revati Srinivasan, Vice Principals, Mrs. Kanchanmala Chabukswar and Mrs. Gladys Cabral, Section Heads, Mrs. Meenakshi Sundar, Mrs. Sangeeta Kapoor, Mrs. Sangeeta Londe, and Mrs. Deepti Joshi, Cultural Head, Mrs. Reshma Gomendis, Mrs. G. Vaijanti, IC Coordinator, Mrs. Rama Priya, coordinators and teachers, parents and grandparents, students and alumni, and all the well-wishers of the school watching us today. Thank you for gracing this occasion with your presence. We often believe that the best experiments are confined to the four walls of the laboratories. But this period in which we find ourselves has pushed us to redefine and rediscover the beauty of science within our homes. Anveshan means exploration, and it beautifully captures the essence of what we shall be witness to. I would now like to invite our respected Principal Madam to introduce the chief guest.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you, Navya. It is indeed a very beautiful afternoon. And I have great pride when I come on this afternoon because this is a program by the students for them and of them. When a little seed was planted in the minds of the children that why don't we go and do our experiments online, the response that we got was so huge that we actually made it a 2-day affair. So today and tomorrow, we have Anweshan. It is our quest to find answers to many questions that we have in our mind. right? They say start young. And so we have started with Standard 3. Standard 3 to Standard 12 are presenting their exhibits, talking about their projects. You can watch that all on YouTube. I would also like to appreciate all the little children who enthusiastically put across projects. So we had hundreds and hundreds of them, and the time was just not enough. So we decided that probably every Saturday we will come across to present some of the projects online. So thank you, my dear students. It's so important to keep that spirit of inquiry in you, to ask the questions why and why not and how. It's so important not to learn science with a full stop, but remember there is a comma and there is a question mark at the end of it. I want you to explore the realms of our living and our very existence, and beyond that. And that way you become a true scientist. And so with us, we have a true scientist because he has not just explored science and the field of science in which he has specialized, but he also explored all the other fields. And I feel very, very proud in welcoming our chief guest for the day to our very first virtual annual exhibition called Anweshan. Our chief guest for the day is Mr. M.S. Raghavan. He's normally, and everyone knows him as MSR because he is called MSR Iyengar. An engineering BTech graduate from Warangal, REC, went on to work on the Atomic Energy Commission, establishments, petrochemical complexes, hydropower projects, and for all engineering companies in Japan and global projects across Kenya, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. He's tried to do a lot of integration of diverse systems involving both civil, mechanical, electrical. And he has designed and developed and fabricated many sophisticated equipment for all the projects that he has worked on, along with international competitors. He also founded, promoted, and run the Iron Foundry in Mumbai and Steel Forging Unit in Hyderabad. He founded and runs two companies even now. It's called MSR Biotech and Nutrition, MSR Technologies. What's interesting about him is the fact that he has researched so much into the Vedas, the Upanishads, Scientology, Ayurveda, Siddha, homeopathy, physical and biological sciences, Indian classical music. That's the kind of diverse interest that he has. And it just did not stay as an interest, but he also researched, studied it more, and researched upon it. Really proud to have such a multifaceted personality amidst us. Thank you, Mr. Raghavan, for accepting our invitation. I would like to have you on the video. Yes, thank you so much for accepting our invitation and for being with us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Very warm welcome. I must tell the viewers right now he is in Singapore and he is across the country, right bang across the country, that he is going to be inaugurating our Anweshan. So that's again something very new. So that's the way it is going to go. I'd like to invite Sir to maybe announce an opening of Anweshan, and then after which we could have Navya continue with it.
Okay, and to announce?
Yes, you can just happily announce.
Okay.
And you want to say 2-3 words, you can.
Well, I hope you have circulated the note that I have sent
Yes,
to.
they are going to be asking you questions. Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. Thanks a lot for inviting me. It's a great pleasure. I know your school, the way it has progressed under your stewardship. It's fantastic. I think you got a great reputation, not only in India, but all over. And I think your students are doing fantastically well everywhere, wherever they are. And the way you organize this, or your school has organized this, and you and your staff, I congratulate you for this kind of entrepreneurship, and the way you are trying to educate your children. You know, one thing that always comes to my mind is the difference between qualification and education. A lot of schools provide qualification, and I think you are providing education.
Thank you.
Yeah, the difference is education is what you can do, and qualification is what others think you can do. So that is the fundamental difference, and that's how the education has to be differentiated from qualification. Unfortunately, today, all over, people are running after qualifications and not education. Only education will enable and not the qualification. Qualification can sell you initially, but will not sustain you. I'm really glad that your school is involved in true education and not mere qualification. And with these introductory words, I announce that Anweshan open.
Thank you, madam, for the introduction, and thank you, sir, for your kind words. Hands-on experience is given utmost priority in our school. Every year, we have students reaching and winning at the national level of the National Children's Science Congress. Sir, we have a few questions for you.
Go ahead.
Sir, may I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, what happens when research is conducted on a previously researched topic and the results are the same? Can we still call it as research?
Truly no. See, what is already found, reconfirmation is not research. What has not been found will have to be found. That is research. The very name research is talking about re-look. Okay, you should know the difference between re-look or look and see. Looking only indicates a direction. Seeing is the perception. You see, that is the fundamental difference between looking and seeing. So research is not just looking, but seeing. When you see, you should see what is there and also what is not there. And finding what is not there is possible is the true research.
Thank you.
That is the one which will lead you to perfection.
Yes. Thank you for your answer, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Aryan Kamdar. Hope you're doing well, sir. Allow me to ask you a question.
Yeah, sure.
So your body is what you eat and you are what you think. So good thinking helps to keep a healthy body and a good mind. So thinking leads to questioning things around and leading to discoveries, inventions, and several achievements. What is your opinion on that, sir?
Absolutely right. Body and mind are interconnected. Body is never separate from the mind, and mind is never separate from your body. You know, there are three levels here: body, mind, intellect, and spirit. Spirit is something that, of course, we cannot discuss now because it is too high. But body, mind, and intellect are three divisions. And within the body, there is another mind, body's own mind. Suppose you are eating food. Consciously, you make the food and swallow. Up to that, it is a voluntary action. After you swallow, what happens? is absolutely beyond you. There is no voluntary contribution of yours to what happens inside once you take it in. But everything is happening. Your entire body is being rebuilt, cells are being rebuilt, expunging is happening, rebuilding is happening, cellular regeneration is happening. The same food that you are eating is building your retina, your hair, your nails, your skin, your liver, spleen, kidney. Who is doing this? Think of it. So that is what is called somatic mind. That is another level of mind. So this mind is subordinate to the normal conscious mind and also what is called intellect. So these are the three levels of mind. So when you are talking about healthy food making healthy body, you need a healthy thoughts to make a healthy individual, healthy personality. I mean, a good personality or a capable personality. Have I answered your question?
Thank you so much for your answer, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, may I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Sir, here at Anweshan, we are answering the how, where, when, what, and who of everything.
Yeah.
This is our quest. When we get final answers and conclusion, it is a truth for us. Are we on the right path, sir?
Absolutely, that is one. I mean, this is exactly what our scriptures say. These 6 questions, it is called Shat Prashna Margam. That is, when you ask these 6 questions about an issue, and if all the answers are confirming the same answer, all the answers to the 6 questions confirm the same truth, then it is called an acceptable truth. If it is answering only 5, confirming 5 and not 1, it is a partial truth. If it is not confirming 2 questions out of these 6, it is still a lesser truth. If it is not answering all the 6 and confirming, it's an absolute untruth. This is exactly how the truth is found. You can look into all the scientific research, all through. What they have answered is, these are the 6 questions. And they all should coincide or aligned with the same answer. Otherwise, it is not the truth.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Our school believes in giving equal opportunities to all so that they can rise to their fullest potential. Our schools have always encouraged and provided a platform for all inquisitive minds. We strongly believe that research is important and it is the foundation of science. Our very own captain, Navya Shetty, along with other students, went to Japan for a science exchange program. Our school also encourages National Science Congress projects. These innovative projects help society. For example, a special kind of whistle, which was made for the Maharashtra police, a mosquito repellent, and a bio hairdryer, which was prepared so that we could reduce environmental harm. We have taken up projects like butterfly garden, organic farming, paddy plantation, so on and so forth. Our school also encourages students' active participation in competitive exams like Vidyarthi Vigyan Manthan, Homi Bhabha, and many more. In keeping with the spirit of science, we will commence Anweshan. Before that, kindly note the timings for the programs today. The IB section at 1:30 p.m., the ISC section at 2:15 p.m., Senior Section Part 1 at 3 p.m., Senior Section Part 2 at 3:45 p.m. Let us commence Anweshan, the virtual science exhibit.
So are we moving there to watch the experiments? Yeah. Are we moving to the experimental area? Aryan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so thank you very much. And we move across for the exhibition now. Okay, thank you. Thank you all.
Are there any more questions?